Hey, and welcome to another episode of Rankum. This is going to be a really fun one. We're touring movie centers. I'm getting rid of my glasses; they're annoying. um, but with that, we've got a great panel here. Got Chad. Chad, how's it going?
It's going great. How's it going, everybody? I'm excited for a Christmas season. Talk about Santa's best time of the year, in my opinion. Let's do this.
Yep. Also here we've got Brian. Brian, how's it going?
Very good. Great to be back here. Talking about Christmas Santas, and that's it.
And then we've got Christina. Christina, how's it going?
Oh, it's great. I'm ready to light it up tonight, guys. With my picks. Don't look at me like that. That was a good
pun. I wasn't expecting a pun to come from you, so
I worked really hard on that.
that was well done.
And last but not least, we've got Anthony. Anthony, how's it going?
It's going all right. I am very tired. I've spent the past 8.5 hours at my sister-in-law's baking about 100 and some cookies. So I smell delicious, but other than that, I'm very tired.
But yeah, with that, we're going to be talking about movie centers. How this works, we're going to go around in the panel, each nominate a movie center we think belongs on this list, and then we vote on whether it makes it or not. But with that, I did make some rules here. I'm going to include mall centers here because they're still center, but the Grinch and Jack Skellington don't count because they're only dressing up in center. They're still known as the Grinch and Jack Skellington. That makes any sense. But with that, we're going to go to Chad for his first nomination.
Oh, starting with me. Oh. All right. Yeah, I'll have to go with, I feel is the obvious choice, probably the best one out of the pack, and it's Edmund Gwynn from Miracle on 34th Street, the original. I mean, this guy, I don't know him in anything else. I'm not sure if he's been in anything else, but in this movie, this is one of my favorite movies. I usually like to watch this around Christmas time, like Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, something like that, because it's just like, it really gets you in the mood for Christmas. This guy is, he is a mall Santa, but he's also claiming to be the real Santa. And then everybody, you have a mom and her daughter, and they're both very skeptical. They don't believe Santa's real. I mean, why would they? I don't think any of us really believe he's real. Maybe some of us do. I don't know. But, basically it ends up in like a trial court because this guy, like, people are saying he's crazy, trying to send him to an institution. And, he's basically making children's lives great. He's trying to basically change this woman's mind to not raise her daughter like a skeptic who can't believe in whimsy and magic, and basically be okay to be silly. And I feel like that's what this Santa does. And he basically and he speaks different languages for children who come. He makes everyone feel included, and I feel like that's a great Santa. So Edmund Gwynn.
But yeah, we've got Edmund Gwynn. Chris Kringle from Mercury and Phil Street, the Edmund Gwynn edition. Brian, what do you say about this one?
I'm going to say yes. It's actually one of the most iconic Santas. Also brought life to Macy's as well. So yes.
Anthony, what do you say about Chris Kringle from Miracle on 34th Street?
I mean, I feel like you have to say yes to this Christmas Santa. I mean, it's kind of like the OG Christmas Santa. Like, the one is like, oh, he's the mall Santa. Is he the real Santa? Yeah, you gotta say yes to this one. I think it's just too iconic.
Yeah, I agree.
That makes the list.
Yeah, classic.
Yeah.
You have to say yes to this.
But yeah, I would have suggested too. I just rewatched the original Miracle on 34th Street the other day. I enjoy it. I do like the remake with a little bit better, but they're both really good. Brian, what is your next nomination?
For me, I'm going to pick another obvious one, Tim Allen as Santa. It's also one of the greatest takes on how Santa becomes Santa. One of my favorite ones. So yeah, Tim Allen.
So Scott Calvin from the Santa Claus. Christina, what do you say about Scott Calvin?
Absolutely. I love this movie. This was like when I was a child, this would be like our Christmas Eve movie. This is I love this story. I love that he has those like silk pajamas that have his initials, and then he like thought that it was like Judy from Denny's that gave him the pajamas. So no, I love this movie. I think he does an excellent Santa. So I like when his beard grows like immediately.
Yep.
Love it.
Anthony, what do you say about Scott Calvin from Santa Claus?
I agree with her. I really enjoy these movies. I think they're a lot of fun. I enjoy 1 and 3. The second one's fine, but they're good. They're fun movies, and Tim Allen is a fantastic Santa Claus. He does a great job in the role. So absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have gone yes on this as well. It's like there's a lot of people that seem to have a lot of backlash for the Santa Claus movies nowadays, but I still enjoyed them. They're really good. But yeah, Scott Calvin belongs on this list. Chad, what would you have said?
Yeah, this movie, like as well as like Home Alone and stuff, are staples for me as a kid. Like I put this movie on. I just watched it recently. I quote it all the time. I love Tim Allen. You know, he's great in a lot of things. He's especially great in this role as Scott Calvin. You know, he's very skeptical in the very beginning. You know, he doesn't want to believe in any of this shit, even though he wants to push it on his kid. He's like, you know, Charlie, you gotta believe in this stuff. You know, we don't want to, you know, because you got Neil trying to take away his childhood basically, and he's like, you know, no, we have to teach my kid about this. And then Charlie's the one that's like, you know, this is all real, dude. And then like he slowly starts to learn, and then his arc in this movie is fantastic. Neil's arc in the movie is really great because I just love how he slowly starts to go, wait, is Santa real? And it's this dude who used to date my wife. Is he really Santa? This shit's crazy, but you know, I got my weenie whistle, so why not?
That's the for a while.
But yeah, so I absolutely love this pick. It's really high up on my list, so absolutely yes to Tim Allen, Scott Calvin.
With that being said, Christina, what's your next first nomination?
Let me know if this counts, because I don't know if this was technically a TV movie, but I own the DVD of it now. I'm gonna go Santa Claus, voiced by Mickey Rooney from Santa Claus Is Coming to Town, the old
Oh yeah, the ABC special.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if this counts.
TV movies are still movies.
Okay.
They count.
So it's the 1970 stop motion one. I just really enjoy this story. It's kind of just the start of how Santa became another take on an origin story. This is just one of those, like, I literally have it in a box set of like the classic ones where it's like this and Rudolph, and this is just like one of those things that you always watch as a kid. That it pops up sometimes on television. To me, this is just one of those like seminal movies that you always watch, and I just like the origin story of Santa.
Anthony, what do you say about Mickey Rooney's Santa Claus?
Why would I say no to this? It's a great Santa Claus.
You didn't really see him pump, to be honest.
I mean, it's not like a pump up one that I was going to pick myself,
I didn't want to
but
pick the one that you were going to pick.
Yeah, you know which one I'm going to pick. You could have. You do that to me all the time. Anyway, no, it's a great pick. This is a good one. Mickey Rooney does a great job as Santa. I mean, the TV, old school TV movies aren't always something that I enjoy as much as like the other as a regular movie, but they're really good. They're well done. The stop motion's fantastic, and this is the Santa. Santa Claus is coming to town. This is the one to pick if you're going to pick a Santa.
Yeah, this is when it comes to the Breaking Bad specials, I've not really seen them. So I don't really know this one. I've seen various clips on Watch Mojo lists, but that's about it. So I can't really say yes. I'm going to say no. But Chad, what do you say about Santa Claus from Santa Claus Is Coming to Town?
I'm still literally going back and forth on this because I have another one of those special Santas on my list, but my list isn't deep, so I'm literally trying to think
Well, isn't he the same Santa in The Year Without Santa Claus? Isn't it the same one?
Is it?
I believe so. I think
I
so.
think it's the same one, so I think it counts.
If that's the one you're thinking of, I believe
it's the same one.
You know, and I do really love The Year Without a Santa Claus. So even though I don't really remember the Santa Claus coming to town that well, I'll say yes for Mickey Rooney. I'm sure he's a great Santa.
Yeah, the same one.
Brian, what did you say about Santa Claus from Santa
I'm going
Claus?
to give a yes. It's where the most iconic was as well. So, yeah.
But Anthony, what is your next first nomination?
The one that she was nice enough to let me have, because we just watched this movie a little bit ago, and it is a absolutely fantastic take, kind of on an origin of Santa Claus. And I have to thank Tony for introducing this movie to us. Yeah, this is the one. And if you ever wanted to hear J. Jonah Jameson as Santa Claus, this is the one to go with, because Klaus from Netflix is absolutely incredible. It's a great story. All the voice cast is amazing. And the movie itself, we just watched it. Tony recommended it. We gave it a shot, and both of us were entranced. Like it's a really good movie. The visuals are very interesting because sometimes it looks like stop motion, sometimes it looks like regular computer animated, but they do it better than the waxy look of Polar Express. So it's really good, and that would be my number one pick for Santa Claus.
Yeah. This is one I actually realized I did not write on my own list. I watched this for the first time this year. But yeah, this is a great movie. And so is it easy? Yes. Chad, what do you say about Klaus?
Yeah, I've seen Klaus twice now. I watched it last Christmas, and this Christmas, and it's becoming like an instant classic. I mean, it starts out not too Christmassy, just with the male guy, but then it suddenly, gets really into like a dope, like, origin story, like you said. And, J.K. Simmons gives a great performance. It's so deep where he's just like, he's got all this misery where, his family's, I don't want to give it away, but he's really a sad guy. And then he gets the kick he needs from, the male carrier and the children. And, it basically, everything you said with the music and the movie is just really great. And I think he does a really deep, grounded performance there as Santa Claus, as a new Klaus Santa Claus. So I think it's great. Yes, for sure.
But yeah, but with that being said, Brian, what do you say about Klaus?
I haven't seen it, so I'll say no.
Christina, what do you say about
I just saw that Chris said he hasn't seen this. Chris, it is on Netflix. You, of all people, who loves animated family, Chris, you will love this movie. It is so good. I love this. It kind of takes away like the magical part of Santa and makes this more of a relatable story of like more of like the legend of how it happened. It's fantastic. Absolutely, yes. Yeah. Chris, it's so good. Seriously, let me know what you think about it. It is so good.
It's gonna be your favorite.
It's really funny too. So
yeah, it's very good.
It's really good. And I got to hear Norm Macdonald's voice again. I haven't heard
Norm Macdonald. Yes.
Norm Macdonald.
But for that, we're going to go round to me, and this is going to be a little bit tough, but I'm going to try something, see what happens. I'm going to go for Jack Frost from Santa Claus 3, The Escape Clause. He was Santa, and
you're really stretching your own rules there, Malcolm.
Hey, he legitimately became Santa, so I mean, you can't really say he really wasn't Santa. So, but yeah, this is a really fun take. Scott Calvin was an interesting one. Jack Frost took it to a different one, and he played an evil version of Santa, who wanted to go all out for the commercialization of Christmas. So I'm throwing it out there, seeing how it works. Chad, what do you say about Jack Frost from the Escape Clause?
It's kind of a wild card pick for a dude in a crazy hat, but you know what? I don't think I've seen this movie, to be honest, and I don't really think I can like judge it fairly, and I'm not sure if it counts. I don't feel I can even say that if it does or not. So,
Brian, what do you say about Jack Frost from Santa
I'm going to give
Claus
a slight yes. I'm one of those people who enjoy Santa Claus 3 and also love the take of parody version of New York, New York.
Christina, what do you say about Jack Frost from Santa Claus 3?
Malcolm, how are you going to play out Santa like that and throw up Jack Frost as Santa? He took away all the magic, all the love, all the appeal. I like this movie a lot. I do like this movie, and Martin Short is an excellent Jack Frost.
Yeah.
They destroyed Santa. They commercialized it. They Donald Trump the shit out of Santa. All right? So that's a hard no for me.
And Anthony, what would you say?
I can't follow that, but no, I appreciate what you're going for.
Yeah.
I do. I like what you're going for, but as a just like I don't know, I feel like as a Santa, it's really no redemption. He's just always just kind of
he's a poopy head.
We'll go with that. I'm going to say no, but I really appreciate what you did there, Malcolm. I think it's a good call. I like how you're going outside the box.
Well, that's big when it comes to taking risks. That's why I threw that out first, as opposed to wait it till really later on. But Chad, what is your next nomination?
oh right. Oh, let's see. Okay. Now, actually, this is the one that I threw on because I love this movie. And at the last kind of minute, you I don't know. I'm not going to say you changed the rules, but you added that additional like stipulation. And I was like, this is the guy I got to add then. It's Willie from Bad Santa, Billy Bob Thornton. I don't know how many people love this movie. I really love this movie. I'm not that big into like, raunchy Christmas or anything like that. But this one, I feel, just goes to the line and doesn't really cross it. But it's a really pretty movie despite being the R-rated kind of Christmas movie. He's this lousy, no good, drunk guy who's a robber, and he goes that's his only motivation. He's just trying to get money so he can get drunk, get through another year, and he ends up meeting this kid. He's like, oh, the kid's home alone, his dad's not there, his dad's in prison. Okay, I'm gonna live at his house. Doesn't even have any adults there. He ends up forming this bond with this kid, and the kid makes him want to be a better person. He's not all the time the best Santa, but I feel like he becomes a father figure in this little boy's eyes, and he becomes Santa to this kid. Even though the kid admits, I know you're not really Santa, but he says, he ends up almost giving his life basically to make that kid feel like he's not worthless. He teaches him self-defense, so he's not always getting beat up by all these kids. I just feel like, despite maybe not being all the way Santa, he embodies a lot of values that Santa would embody if he were Santa. So I feel like Willie is a pretty good pick in that way.
Brian, what do you say about Willie T. Soap from Bad Santa?
For me, I give it a yes. He's one of my favorite current Santas, are like the raunchy ones. He's hilarious. Plus, love his psychic Tony Cox, played by the great Tony Cox. So yes.
Christina, what do you say about Willie T. Soap from Bad Santa?
I love a good mall Santa, so I'm all in.
Anthony, what do you say about Willie T. Soap from Bad Santa?
I love this movie. I like a good R-rated Christmas movie, like The Night Before, stuff like that. They're fantastic. I love those kind of movies. This movie's hilarious and made me laugh. Oh, that was the prediction. Okay, that was pretty close there. But yeah, that's definitely on my list.
Yeah, I'm saying no. I don't like Bad Santa. I really can't stand this character at all. But he makes the list. But that's what Yeah.
But you're
Um,
not like the character. That's the point of it. It's a redemption story. You're supposed to hate him
It's a great
until
arc.
you realize
Yeah.
he starts to understand.
I mean, if the movie was actually good and made the redemption,
Ooh.
Aren't you the one that picked the asshole Santa called Jack Frost? At least this one had a redemption arc.
Brian, what is your next nomination?
For me, I'm going for another animated one. This time, Alec Baldwin's portrayal of Santa. One of the coolest Santas, and also Russian Santa. How can you go wrong with that?
Christina, what do you say about North from Rise of the Guardians?
Oh, this movie is fantastic. I forgot about this. I forgot this was a
I
thing.
freaking love this movie.
This movie's good. Yeah. Yes. I like this. Good pick.
Anthony, what do you say about North from Rise of the Guardians?
I love the fact because the last show I was on with you, Malcolm, was the DreamWorks one, and there was
Yep.
serious takes about Rise of the Guardians and the hatred some people have for it. But I enjoy this movie, and
Exactly.
Santa was fantastic in this movie. He was a badass. Like someone said, it's the Avengers of holidays. And what's better than having Santa as an Avenger? Of course he makes the list. He's basically the Thor Santa. So he goes on the list.
Yeah, this is easiest for me. Like when I was making this, I was actually struggling, and I remember it was like, hang on, they don't have to be Christmas movies. I mean, you can argue if this is a Christmas movie or not, because it is a little bit of grey area there. But that being said, North is a kick-ass Santa. He makes the list. Chad, what would you have said?
Yeah, I think I saw Christina play the whole movie again in her head briefly, and then she went, I do love this movie. Yeah, I recently actually watched this for the first time because I watched the DreamWorks rank 'em, and then I went like, I haven't seen that movie. Let me check it out. It's a Christmas movie, right? It's a holiday movie. There's all the different, holiday whatever's in it, and yeah, I don't know if I loved that portrayal of Santa like a ton. Maybe with a rewatch, and I didn't love the movie overall, I would maybe give it like a B+, but I think it is still a great portrayal of like all these different characters, if I really think about it. And the weird accent Alec Baldwin in there. I really liked Sandman. He didn't really say anything at all. But yeah, I would have said yes.
Christina, what is your next nomination?
All right. I'm going to kind of be a little bit like Malcolm and kind of go a little outside of the box. So I recently watched this movie like yesterday. And this story was about Santa the figure, and that if you embody all of the traits of Santa, that you can become Santa even if you're a girl. So I would like to nominate Noelle from the movie Noelle, who eventually becomes Santa. And the movie is about that she is the daughter of Nick, Saint Nick, Santa Claus, and her brother Nick is supposed to become Santa, and he doesn't feel like he is embodying it. And she has the twinkle in her eye, and she can speak the languages, and she understands the list. And then she takes the mantle, even though she's a girl, and changes the tradition of what Santa is about. So I will say Noelle.
Anthony, what do you say about Noelle?
I didn't expect you to go with this, but
Yeah.
I appreciate you going with this. When you started saying that you watched the movie yesterday, I was like, that's weird because I watched the movie yesterday. So I have a feeling I know where she's going with this.
Oh, we were there.
I actually,
Live together.
I like this. Yeah, but you watch stuff without me all the time. Like today. Anyway, stop ignoring me. Stop bothering me. Go away. Go over there. Anyway, I like this. The movie itself is okay. But as a movie Santa, I feel like this should go on the list because it's different. You take a different take of Santa. It's not just the fad jolly guy. It could be anyone, whoever embodies the spirit of Christmas. So I appreciate the way this went. And, I like Anna Kendrick. So I'll go yes because you sometimes need a different type of Santa on this list. And this is
he's
one
not
of them.
going to say no to me.
I mean, I will. No, go off straight. She's gone.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This is one that I I just glossed over because I didn't think about it until it was like, hang on, wait. No, she does become Santa at the end. Like, I love this movie. It's a yes.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, and if I had that clip handy, I'll play one of my favorite clips of the great John Snepp, where he talks about this movie when it was first announced. But Chad, what would you have said about Noel?
So yeah, I actually haven't seen it. But the when she was describing it, I kind of want to watch it now, and I just saw it was Anna Kendrick and Bill Hader.
Yeah.
That sounds like a party right there. And I really like the spirit of wanting to talk about something different. And like, even though the character is classically a guy, I don't see why it couldn't at some point be like a girl. Like, why does it have to be, Kris Kringle has to be a guy? I think James Bond could be a girl, or James Bond could be, not non-white, or, we can do different things and it can be great as well. And, I'm sorry, we don't have to create like a different character for, a girl to be Santa Claus, I think that's really great. Even though I usually don't say yes to movies that I haven't seen, I think this is a worthy one to get a little bit of diversity on the list. So yes.
Brian, what would you have said about Noel?
I'm going to give it a yes. I really enjoyed this film. It's very surprising, and she did a very good job as Santa Claus.
And with that, we go to Anthony for the next nomination.
All right. I'm between two right now, but I'm going to go with one of my favorite movies. Santa's not in this a lot. He's not the main character in this, but he is in it, and I do appreciate this being. I do appreciate Sandy Claus. I've got to go with A Nightmare Before Christmas, Santa. I love A Nightmare Before Christmas, and I don't understand the Jack Skellington take because he is technically not Santa. He dresses up as Santa, but Santa is in the movie, and there is a Christmas village, and I appreciate the Santa in it. The way they do the stop motion is fantastic in it. It's all good there. You're adding a Halloween element to a Christmas movie, which I appreciate. And also, you still, even when you do see him, you can see a little bit of anger behind him because he's kind of ruining Christmas, but he comes back, he makes it up to Jack. He understands what Jack was trying to do, and in the end, he gives him the snow. He understands, and he forgives. So you do get that idea of Christmas there. So I would like to go with Santa from The Nightmare Before Christmas.
This is a tough one, but like Anthony said, he doesn't really care a lot in this movie. But I'm going to say yes. Santa from Nightmare Before Christmas is fun in the scenes where you see him in, and the way he stands up to Oogie Boogie at times when he was kidnapped, it's just great. Chad, what do you say about Santa from Nightmare Before Christmas?
Yeah, I actually put this on my list. My list isn't long. I feel like this one's just becoming like a big love fest. There's barely any no's and stuff like that. I just, as Christina predicted, I think it's pretty great, to be honest. I mean, there's a lot of great ones. There's very few bad ones. I mean, I don't know if it's that hard to be Santa. Just be a cheerful fucking dude or lady, and I think this one. I don't know. Yeah, this one is like the greatest. I mean, he basically just gets kidnapped and stuff like that. But I don't know. Does he inspire Jack in some way by not being there? And Jack's certainly a great Santa at some point, even though he doesn't count. So it's yeah, I think this. And if you want to talk about the movie itself, I mean, this is an innovative, inspirational, groundbreaking movie. Stop motion is a great art form. I still am mad that a lot of the DreamWorks stop motion stuff got shot down when Anthony rightfully put them on the list. But anyways, yeah. So this one inspired all that shit, and I love it. And so yeah, definitely yes for this. Sorry.
Brian, what do you say about Santa Claus on the Night Before Christmas?
I'm going to give a slight no because I don't think he didn't do that much in the movie. Just there for a few scenes. That's it. So no.
Understandable.
That's fair.
Christina, what would you have said?
Listen, I don't really like this movie. I'm just going to say it.
Oh.
Yeah, but you don't have a choice about watching
I
it
know.
because I'm going to watch it every year.
I will say though, like as a kid, it freaked me out, so like I wasn't down with it. I watched it as an adult. I appreciate the animation for what it was, but my girl Melissa is in the chat, and this movie is her shit. She apparently was a creepy kid, and this was. So I will give it a yes in her honor.
The best.
So Melissa, here's you being a creepy kid. You got a yes.
But and if you haven't watched the holiday movies that made us, where they talk about the making of Night Before Christmas, it is really interesting with how it got made and the troubles that was actually involved with it.
Cool.
Malcolm always gives us the best behind the scenes info.
Yeah, he's got the
I
dope.
think I'm back.
Yes.
Yeah, sort of.
Yep.
Yep. They are.
Mm,
It's the hat. The hat's messing with Wi-Fi.
But with that being said, I'd go for another one that's off the box. Santa doesn't appear in this movie a lot, but I'm hoping Christina backs me up on this one. I'm going for Santa from Twas the Night. There's a Disney Channel original movie with Bryan Cranston playing Nick, and Santa appears with a machine that freezes time so he can put the presents under the tree, and Nick steals his sleigh. But this is one I've watched. This is one that I watched for the first time this week. Whether or not it makes the list, I don't know because, but I really enjoy the Santa in this movie. Chad, what do you say about Santa from Twas the Night?
dude, I love me some good DComs. I'm not. I think I remember this movie. I love Bryan Cranston. I mean, if it's Bryan Cranston that was being nominated, even if he wasn't Santa, I'd probably nominate him just because of Walter White. But, or I would probably just say yes because of Walter White. But you're talking about a Santa from a movie that I think I've seen, but as a child, I don't really remember it. I really can't judge the merits of this Santa, unfortunately. So I'll say no.
Brian, what do you say about Santa from Twas the Night?
Same here. Haven't seen it.
Yeah, Malcolm, I don't think I've seen this either, but I'm going to give it a yes because DComs for life, Malcolm. It's all about it.
Anthony, what do you say about Santa from
I
Twas
feel like
the
I
Night?
really hate going last for Malcolm's first because I feel like this is the second time I'm going to have to be like, I've never seen it. I'm pretty sure over the next week we will be watching it because obviously you brought up we were watching a ridiculous amount of holiday movies, but I don't know anything about this, so I'm just going to have to do what you do and say I can't. I know she's obsessed with DComs, but I do not have that love.
I'm checking it out if it's on Disney Plus.
I'll watch it soon. I promise you that. But I don't think I'm going to say yes to this
Yeah.
one.
Chris
Sorry.
is in the chat. I trust Chris.
Yeah.
Diaz, what do you think?
But with that being said, we're going to go back to Chad for his next nomination.
Okay. I'm kind of between two. I'm gonna say one that I'm not sure if it's gonna come up, and I'll leave the one that I think probably will. For others maybe to nominate. So I'm gonna throw out freaking Kurt Russell out there, y'all.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, like I just watched these movies recently. I didn't see the first one when it first came out. And then like I heard people talking about the second one. So I was like, let me check out these silly movies. I actually really like these movies like a lot. I'm not sure if either of them are good. I think they might be, but they're fun and they have great messages. Kurt Russell's a very weird Santa, I'll say. He he says that he can't do magic without his hat, but then he just starts like pulling out childhood presents for the cop that he's with, and he's like, "This is your childhood. Let me go." And then he'll start just pulling instruments out and just start jamming out with prisoners and people in a mall in the second one, and dude will sing. He'll jam out to the blues, and he inspires these children to do great things and keep the spirit of Christmas alive, I guess. And he really runs a tight ship there at the North Pole. So, yeah, Kurt Russell, dude rocks as Santa.
Brian, what do you say about Santa from the Christmas Chronicles?
I'm going to say yes. Kurt Russell was born to play Santa, and he's a very cool one as well. So yeah.
Christina, what do you say about Santa Claus from the Christmas Chronicles?
I love this movie. I want to thank my students for recommending the Christmas Chronicles to me, and I was like, wow, this movie's so good. I love the brother-sister story. I think Kurt Russell does a great job as Santa. The second one is real weird. There was a few times I was watching it and I was like, oh, what is happening? So that was strange. It's still fun. Like Kurt Russell is still fun regardless. But the first one, if people who are watching haven't seen it, I do really recommend the first one. It's very good. I think Kurt Russell does a great job. It gives you all the warm fuzzies that you expect from Santa. So I would definitely say yes.
Anthony, what would you say about Santa Claus and the Christmas Chronicles?
I mean, anytime you can get Snake Plissken as Santa Claus, that sounds like a win in my book. And I really like this. I like these movies. I think they're fun. Like she said, the second one's real weird. I mean, you got like Tyrese coming in there as Bob. It's like I was not expecting that.
And he's a singer.
I was like, okay, guess what? That's what we're doing. But that's fine. But I really enjoy these movies. He's a good Santa, and the fact that they just brought in Goldie Hawn was just like a touch of genius for these movies. I thought it was really great. It was like a great ending for the first one and like nice in the second. So I like them. Yeah, Kurt Russell's got to be in here.
I love the Christmas Chronicles movies. Me and Matt Kearns just did a review of the second one just the other day. But this is an easy. This is an easy yes for me. I'm sure Matt Kearns would be yelling at us from somewhere if we said no. But yeah, Kurt Russell makes the list. And with that, we go back to Brian.
For me, I'm going to pick Paul Giamatti as Nick Claus. One of these underrated Santas, also one of the most overlooked ones. And plus, you got Vince Vaughn there as his brother, and even the great Kevin Spacey there as Clyde, his IT person. So yeah, Nick Claus.
Wait, Kevin Spacey's in that movie. All I saw was Christopher Plummer. But anyway, Christina, what do you say about Paul Giamatti from Red Claus?
I've never seen the movie, but I'm sure it's good. But I'll decline only in the fact that I've never seen it.
Anthony, what do you say about Paul Giamatti from Fred Claus?
Fred Claus is fine. It's an okay movie, but Paul Giamatti is just so good at everything he does. Like he's great. He's great as Santa. And so I would, as a Santa, absolutely, this is a yes. As a movie, I probably would have been like, but as a Santa, yeah, Paul Giamatti's great. So I'll go yes.
Yeah, I'm with Anthony on this. Fred Claus is just a meh movie, but Paul Giamatti is great as Santa. So yeah, it's an easy yes for me. With that, we go back to Christina.
I didn't get to say anything yet.
Yeah.
Chad, what do you have to say?
I want to talk
Chad,
about
Paul Giamatti.
Yeah, so like I don't think I've seen this all the way through. I've seen clips, and I definitely wanted to make sure that I watched a clip of Paul as Santa in this, because I was like, I'm pretty sure he's gonna come up, even though I'm not sure if a lot of people love this movie. But this dude like sitting here like acting like he's trying to get an Oscar as Santa, and I'm like, I'm all for it. I'm like, I want to watch this movie now because, you know, when he was like had that like heart to heart with Kevin Spacey in the movie, I'm like, just this clip alone makes me want to watch the movie and put him on the list. So I would have said yes.
Christina, what is your next nomination?
All right. So I'm going outside of the box.
You do what I think you're doing?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah. I
going.
like
Yeah.
it.
Anthony and I watched another, classic last night. And there's a scene where Arnold Schwarzenegger needs to get the toy.
yes.
He needs to get Turbo Man. And none other than Jim
Oh my God.
Crooked Mall Santa is like, yo, bud, I can get to a Turbo Man, and takes him to this really sketchy operation, but like tried to keep the Christmas magic alive of like, we're all Santas and we have elves here. And like literally everyone was dressed up as Santa and elves in this warehouse, like just in time to get raided by the police. So he was sketchy, he was crooked, but he really did try to keep the dream alive for the 6 minutes he was in the movie. You really felt like he was trying to make a difference for the children selling these off-market toys.
Is that the Jim Belushi one?
Yes.
I know the one you're talking about. Anthony, what do you say about Jim Belushi Santa from Jingle All the Way?
We actually talked about this today, and I was like, do we bring this up if we need to? Like, he's not good. He's an ass the whole time, and he always does the weird stuff, but I do enjoy it. Like, he comes in and randomly breaks out into song during it to bring all the other Santas in.
Oh, yeah, we did watch the extended cut. I don't know if the song was in the theatrical release, but in the extended cut, he really breaks it down.
He breaks it down. I don't know. I mean, she's my wife, so I'm probably going to say yes.
I know, but if we say no to Jack Frost for being a douche.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say no. Due to the fact we took away Jack Frost from Malcolm. I love the thought you're doing this, but I'm gonna say no because he is kind of an ass. But if everyone says yes, I get it because this is a good part of this movie.
Yeah, I mean, the song was in the version that's on Disney Plus, so I don't know if that's extended or not. I didn't even know there was an extended version of this. But I watched both Jingle All the Ways yesterday. It blew my mind. There was a second one, but
why would you do that?
Malcolm likes to finish their franchises.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and I had no idea there was a second one. It said, "Do you want to watch Jingle All the Way too?" I was like, "There's a second one. I'll watch it anyway. I don't think it's going to be good." It wasn't. The first one wasn't really that good. But anyway, this was I completely forgot about this one until I actually watched Jingle All the Way, and I'm actually inclined to say yes to this. This is one I didn't think. This is a fun Santa, even though he may not be a nice Santa. Chad, what do you say about Jim Belushi from Jingle All the Way?
Yeah, I mean, part of me wishes I could say yes to this just because I love Jingle All the Way so much. It's such a fun movie. Like the devil in me wants to say yes to it. But I mean, you know, Anthony even said no.
Yeah, that's just don't anything I say.
When I've been talking about all these Santas, they've all appealed to me as great Santas because they're trying to do good things. And this guy's a criminal who's trying to undo all the work that he's been doing the entire movie to get something for his son, even though he's a shitty dad to begin with. You know, he should have just been there for his kid right off the bat. I know you got to work, but still, you know, and like, not only that, do they try to sell him like a counterfeit, like toy that just breaks or whatever as soon as he opens it, but they try to fight him too. They try to beat him up. And I don't know exactly if I can like sit here and do bullet points of what Santa should be, but I don't think Santa should try to fight you. So, yeah, I'm probably going to say no on Jim Belushi as Santa.
Come on, Brian, you're my only hope, man.
What do you say about Jim Belushi?
I'm going to give it no, but it's a great pick, though.
I respect it, but
This is a respectable no, though. Like, it's like great call, but
but
I tried.
let me go back to Anthony.
all right. Well, if that was the 11th pick and that made it, I was going to do a different 12th because I know what Chris Diaz wants us to say, and I do love that movie. But I'm going to go off a little outside the box here, and I really wish that Bill was in this chat because I know he would know what I'm talking about, and I know he would appreciate this.
I'm saying no to this. I'm not even.
Oh, yeah, you will 100%
I'm just
say no
saying
to this.
to it.
He would appreciate this very old, very bad B sci-fi movie. But Santa Claus does a great thing because you know what he does? He conquers the Martians. He saves the world. So Santa Claus conquers the Martians. I am taking Santa Claus from that movie. Where the hell is Bill Carriola to help me out right now?
I've seen this title. Haven't watched this movie because I do not want to believe it's a real movie. So no, Chad.
I'm texting Bill right now.
Oh, it's from 1964. Yeah, I've never heard of this movie. I mean, I'm down to watch it maybe one day if I see it somewhere, but yeah, I can't say yes to this, even though he does, in fact, I'm sure, conquer the Martians in this movie.
Brian, what do you say about Santa Claus from Santa Claus Conquers the Martians?
I'll give it a no. Never heard this one either.
I had the
Christina.
Where's Bill when you need him?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I'm not gonna endorse this type of behavior. So that's a no.
But yeah,
hasn't seen it. Yeah, that's not good.
Melissa's a creepy kid. She's weird too. I don't know.
She hasn't seen it. That's my word. She will.
but with that, I'm going to go for a movie which you could just make a whole list of the Santas in this one movie. I'm going for Santa from After Christmas. I'm going for specifically Jim Broadbent as Malcolm Claus. He may not be the one people may be wanting me to go with, but I've got to go with my namesake. I was named after this character, probably not, because I was born before this movie came out. But with that being said, I think Jim Broadbent as Santa Claus in this, he's the 20th incarnation of Santa, and I think he works just trying to inspire after sort of carry on at the end. But yeah, Malcolm Claus from After Christmas. Chad, what do you say?
Looking at is this James McAvoy voiced?
No, he was After Christmas. This is Jim Broadbent.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting because like I kind of think I probably would think that Arthur himself would probably be the best version of a Santa in the movie because I don't think Malcolm like does a ton, but at the end I think he, I've only seen it once, so I may be wrong, but he kind of sees that it's not his dipshit brother or something that's gonna take the mantle. It's gonna be Arthur at some point because he actually embodies the whatever. I'll say yeah. Why not? I think I mean, I'm gonna say yes just because I love the movie. If it gets shot down and then maybe we can get Arthur on there, then why not? But I'm probably not going to nominate Arthur. So I'll give it a yes.
Brian, what do you say about Malcolm Claus from After Christmas?
Is this the one that helps Arthur get the letter, or a different one?
It's his dad, I think.
Oh,
yeah, this is the one.
so,
He's the current Santa at the start of the movie.
Right.
So I'll give it a no. There's a better character of Arthur Christmas I like more.
Christina, what do you say about Malcolm Claus from After Christmas?
I've never seen this movie, but I have heard nothing but good things. But I'm going to make Anthony decide.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, I'll decide then. We've been talking about watching this movie. I can't find it on streaming anywhere. I enjoy this movie. I actually kind of enjoy Arthur's obviously the better character overall, but I enjoy Malcolm more in the movie. I enjoy his character a little bit more. I find it a little funnier. I think that's the better character that I would have picked this one too. Arthur Christmas obviously being the star, but it's kind of good to go with the other Santa than just the guy that becomes Santa towards the end. I like this. I like this pick. I like it's a little off base from not picking the star or like not the star, but the biggest character that the movie's named after. So I'm with you, Malcolm. And Malcolm, that's a good name. I think that's better than Arthur. So obviously you're going to pick that one.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to, as well as once, I don't have a rule saying only one per movie on here. So if someone wants to bring it, yeah. But Chad, we go. Chad, we go back to you for your next nomination.
Cool. All right. I'm going to do the one that I thought was going to come up after Kurt Russell. But yeah, this guy's not in the movie a ton, but the movie is fantastic. I love it. I don't know if anybody else loves it. I think actually a couple people don't like it in this, but it's the movie's Elf, which I love, and it's Ed Asner as Santa. Exactly, that's what I thought. So I'm gonna nominate Ed Asner as Santa because this movie it's silly as hell. I don't know if you love Will Ferrell or what. It's Will Ferrell's movie. He's not Santa. He plays an elf, Buddy the Elf. And he basically embodies everything Christmas. He's an orphan. He gets, he mistakenly gets brought to the North Pole, and Santa doesn't take him back, or I guess he doesn't really know where to take him, but he basically gives him a home and makes him an elf, even though it's weird. And then when he tries to go find his way, he doesn't stop him. He just gives him advice. And he just does Santa shit. And at the end of the movie, he comes to save the day. I mean, everything starts to falter when people stop believing. And then it's up to Buddy to help Santa, believe again and help everybody else believe in him so that he can do his Santa duties. And he basically helps Buddy and Jovi sing so that people can start believing, because the best way to spread Christmas cheer is to sing loud for all to hear. So and they all do, and the day is saved. And I think Ed Asner is a pretty great Santa.
Brian, what do you say about Ed Asner as Santa?
I'm going to give it a yes. It's my favorite Christmas movie of all time. Ed Asner did a great job playing Santa, perfectly cast. And also, it's very interesting how they did the movie for the holiday movie that made us. So, yes.
Oh, that's good.
Christina, what do you say about Ed Asner from Elf?
So mean.
I don't like the movie, but I will say yes because I can't really think of any other Santas. This is the 12th one. And Ed Asner doesn't bother me as an actor, so I will give this a yes.
Anthony, what do you have said about Ed Asner from Central?
He's like the only good part of this movie. I mean, as much as I love Zooey Deschanel, she just doesn't do it. This movie's not good.
I don't think I like her as a blonde.
Yeah, also that.
It's just like a thing.
Better brunette.
Yeah.
But no, Ed Asner's good. Ed Asner as Santa is a good part of this movie. He does a good job because we're basing this on the Santa, not on the movie. If it was on the movie, we try. It wasn't even practice; it's just natural. I will still say yes to this Santa. No to the movie. Yes to Santa.
Yeah. Elf sucks.
Yes.
Wow. Hey, just me and you, Brian. Okay, we're in this together.
But I mean, this is what I like when I first watched it. But every time I've watched it, it has gone down and down. It's really not held up on rewatch at all. Also, apologies to Peggy. She likes Elf. But I too would have suggested Ed Asner as Santa. Like, he's the only good thing about this movie.
What are you gonna do?
But yeah,
I'm just annoyed.
Yeah,
So I'm like, I'm annoyed
but
with, like, 40
Chad,
things
did
today.
you have any on?
I'm cool with it, bro.
What?
But Chad, did you have any honorable mentions?
Yeah. Okay. Yes, I put down. I think it's Stan Francis from Rudolph. That was the other one that wasn't Mickey Rooney or whatever from the claymation ones. David Huddleston from Santa Claus the movie. It's a really weird movie. I don't know if it's a good movie, but I just watched it, and Dan Merle recommended it to me actually, and it's he's a really good one. It's a cute movie. I had a couple from Ernest Saves Christmas that I was going to bring up in a pinch, and that's pretty much it.
Brian, did you have any honorable mentions?
Sure. I had Tom Hanks for the Polar Express, Jeff Gillen for A Quiz Story, he played the Wild Santa, David Holston as well, Bill Nye from Arthur Christmas as Grand Santa. I had Leslie Nielsen for All I Want for Christmas, Austin Pendleton from Christmas with the Cranks, and Richard Griffiths from Muppets Legend Santa.
I think that always existed.
Wow. Get a long list.
Christina, did you have any honorable mentions?
No, my entire list got picked because I'm off.
Anthony, do you have any honorable mentions?
I mean, one sort of. It's really weird. The Santa's not a good person, and it's an awkward story. But it's called Rare Exports. This is another Bill movie. But
Stop pandering to him. Is he? I don't even know if he's still watching.
I don't know. It might be a Bill movie, but I enjoy this movie because it's kind of a darker take on the Santa. It's more like Norwegian, and Santa's actually more of a Krampus style up there. So it's a whole different story on it. But it's an interesting take on Santa, so it's very different.
Now we don't like me.
But yeah, for me, I also had After Christmas on mine if my if Jim Broadbent didn't work. I had Richard Attenborough from the remake of Miracle on 34th Street. I do like that. And as a really oddball one that I wasn't going to bring up, because I don't know what people think about this at all, is Santa Paws from Santa Buddies.
I would have said yes. I never even saw it. Done. So yes.
And we've got a few in the chat.
Oh yeah, Peggy is.
Peggy says the dude who gives Kevin Tic Tacs
thought
Home
about
Alone.
putting him on the list.
Mel Gibson from Batman.
Yeah.
Louis Winthrop, The Third Trade Places. Unfortunately, this one wouldn't have counted.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if at any. I think he like pretended to be Santa for like a second.
Yeah, I don't think anyone called him Santa.
Yeah, but I do love that movie.
But with that, we get to the fun part, which is the ranking portion.
Right.
Oh, now I need to remember everything. I should have wrote it down.
Hold on here. Right here.
That is in the private chat, so.
I know. Let's be honest. You know the person.
Are we just listing the movie with that since we're all Santa?
What was that?
Should we list the movie since all of the characters are Santa?
Because if I just write Santa Claus, it's going to get real weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if they'll make it easy for you, then yeah.
Okay.
What is the actor's name?
All right. I mean, surely you've seen 12 Santas, Stephen. I mean, but Chad,
On the way.
what is your number 12?
I haven't seen it, so I can't rank it too high. Noel, Anna Kendrick.
Brian, what is your number 12?
Klaus, haven't seen it.
Oh, you got it.
Christina.
Oh.
Anthony.
I'll give you one guess.
Elf.
I actually didn't go that way. I went just because he's not in it for long. I went The Nightmare Before Christmas, but but Elf is Ed Asner is going to be 12.
I'm going this one. Yeah, I was thinking about that.
All right. Yeah.
Changing.
But Brian, what do you have for 11?
Santa Day Before Christmas.
Christina,
Fred Claus.
Anthony.
I went with Malcolm. Sorry, Malcolm.
I'm thinking of Night Before Christmas.
Yep. Yeah, I was good for Nightmare Before Christmas because of the Santa, not the movie.
Understandable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where the hell's my whiteboard marker gone? But Christina, what do you have?
Still Fred Claus.
Anthony.
Still sorry, Malcolm.
I went for Willie from Bad Santa.
Oh shit, I forgot that was a
Chad.
Claus.
Yeah, I'm okay with Fred Claus. I haven't really seen it all the way through.
Brian.
Malcolm Claus.
Which means it's a tie between Fred and Malcolm, which means I'm the tiebreaker.
Yeah. I wonder.
Just a race man.
Yeah.
He's obviously going to put Malcolm higher, so
Probably.
it'll be Fred going 10th.
You assume you know me.
Yeah. Does she?
You'll find out.
The suspense.
Yes. That's right.
Oh.
I mean, it's part for me. That's an Elf syndrome for when it comes to Fred Claus. Like, movie's fine, but like he is good as Santa, but I can't really put him higher.
Understandable. Well,
But Anthony, what do you have for 9?
sorry, Malcolm.
I've still got Willie from Bad Santa.
Me too.
Chad.
Yeah, I'm good with going Malcolm Claus here, dude.
Same here. Sorry.
Guys, we can't keep putting Bad Santa in front of all of these others. Like, this is not right.
I feel like my boy Willie's about to get the shaft here.
That's what she said.
Whoa. What?
That was a children's show.
Malcolm, there, late present.
I never said this was a children's show. But I've got Willie from Bad Santa at 8. Chad.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go back to Noel for now.
Brian.
Really?
Oh, damn it! It's gonna be unanimous.
Christina. Anthony.
Good.
All right.
Yeah. That's all good. So far. Whoa, Peggy.
Right.
my top three, I think, is going to be tough.
Yeah. I mean, I think I got my top. Jeez.
But Chad, what do you have?
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Noel for now.
Brian,
Sorry about Kurt Russell.
Oh.
Santa.
Christina,
North, Rise of the Guardian.
Anthony.
North.
I mean, what might be a hot take? I mean, Scott Calvin.
What?
How dare you?
Fine with North being.
You
But
take
no,
that Santa hat off if you're going to take out Scott Calvin.
hey, you eliminated Dick Frost.
Oh, it's revenge.
Like anything else I like least.
I'm not a huge fan.
What?
But
That's
It's-
what I
it's-
said.
I know. It's not. But you also said that, and I'm keeping it.
But just to recap what we've got left, we've got Chris Kingle from 34th Street, we've got Scott Calvin, we've got Santa Claus from Santa Claus Has Come to Town, Klaus, Noel, and Santa from Christmas Chronicles. Brian, what do you have for 6?
I'm going to go with Noel.
Christina,
I'm also going Noel.
and Anthony.
I'm going to go hashtag girl power, and I'm going to keep her and go Christmas Chronicles.
I'm going to stick with Scott Calvin. Chad.
Noel. Now I can do something else.
Also, I think we missed out the joke of nominating Noel first, then it'll be the first Noel.
well done.
Christina, what do you have for 5?
Christmas Chronicles.
Anthony.
The Christmas Chronic what? Cool.
I'm still with Scott Calvin. Chad.
Yeah, Christmas Chronicles, Kurt Russell.
Same here, Kurt Russell.
All right. So what are we left with?
We got 1, 2,
4 left.
4. These 4. So actually, it's worked out
The,
nice.
literally the first one that would be nominated.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm sticking with Scott Calvin. Chad, what do you have for 4?
I won't Mickey Rooney this time.
Brian.
Klaus.
Christina.
What Miracle?
Ooh.
Anthony.
Sorry, babe. Mickey Rooney. Santa Claus is coming to town.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
I mean, all top 4 are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh. Okay. Miracle, Scott Calvin, Klaus.
Alright. Chad, what do you have for 3?
I'm fine with Klaus at 3.
Brian.
Miracle.
Christina.
Miracle.
Anthony.
Miracle.
Huh?
I'm thinking of Scott Calvin, but Chris Kringle from Miracle on 34th Street is going to be.
Oh.
I don't know if I can pull the trigger from under one.
Now, instead of going for number 2, we're going straight to number 1.
I can't. I've looked at this one longer.
I know. I get it. There's not a loser between these two.
But yeah,
Right.
the top 5 are like honestly interchangeable.
But Christina, what is your number one?
Scott Calvin.
Scott Calvin as well.
Anthony.
I think I'm going to be the only one doing this, but Klaus.
I mean,
Are
I
you
think-
sure about this, Anthony? Are you
Yeah.
sure? Chad, what is your number one?
Boom! Scott Calvin.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Um,
I forgot.
I'm going Klaus.
I forgot you've been going Scott Calvin since 10 because you're sadly and you hate Christmas. I didn't.
Hey, I didn't try putting Scott Calvin that low. It was about 8 or 7. I tried.
Close enough. At least you have my number one, so we're good. We're good now. I see people in the chat. Noelle is not a great movie, but it's a good take on Santa.
Yep.
That's why
I'm
it's
checking that out, actually.
Oh yeah, like as a movie, it's a fine movie. But if we're just judging on Santa, I think it was a good representation of a Santa.
yes.
Nice.
But yeah, just to recap our top 12. At 12, we got Santa Claus, Ed Asner from Elf, Santa Claus from The Nightmare Before Christmas. We got Paul Giamatti from Fred Claus. We got Malcolm Claus and After Christmas. Got Willie T. Soak from Bad Santa. Got North from Rise of the Guardians. Got Noel from Noel. Got Santa Claus from the Christmas Chronicles at 5. Got Mickey Rooney at 4.
Good list.
Got Chris Kringle at 3. Got Klaus is Klaus at 2. And Scott Calvin from the Santa Claus is our number 1.
Yeah.
Love the Santa Claus.
But yeah, that is the last ranking for the year. I hope you'll have great holidays and all that, and we'll see you probably around the first week of January. I'm looking at January the 2nd. We're going to come back with top 12 movies of 2020. There was movies that came out. I've got a
There were 12 of them?
so.
I don't think so.
They're more
Yeah,
than 12.
well, if you include streaming movies and all that, it
All right.
works.
That's there's 20.
But Chad, where can people find you online?
Yeah, I'm actually kind of sad that Die Hard doesn't have a Santa because I love me some Die Hard, but anyways, it's definitely a Christmas movie. But all that being said, for me, I don't know. I do Letterbox a bunch, Chadwick_Webb, and actually need to start doing that even more. I'm not really around all that much. I try to do trivia. I haven't done much of that recently. I am doing the classic tomorrow, I think. So I'm excited for that. I hope to get more into it in 2021, and hopefully maybe get better at it. And we'll see how that goes. But other than that, I just like to do rank them pretty much most of the time. So.
Brian, where can people find you online?
You can find me on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. I do Letterboxd as well, so anywhere there.
Christina, where can people find you online?
So I just wanted to bring it back one last time. I actually have a lot of stuff coming up this week that was pre-taped. Wednesday will be my pre-taped fantasy film fights for holiday movies. I appreciate all of your votes. I also have a pre-taped FPTL. Anthony and I face Haley and her dad, so it's the first ever both teams are in the same room. And then I have a pre-taped Full Metal Random of holiday movies. Anthony was also there. Also check out opening night because we will be releasing our title match soon. And I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful Christmas if you celebrate, and Happy New Year. Stay safe, stay healthy, everybody.
Ebony, where can people find you online?
You can find me all over the place. I'm here on Take 3. I'm on Feature Presentation a bunch. I'm not on the holiday movie fantasy film fight, but as she just said, we have the pre-tape match coming up. I helped Malcolm. I had another fantastic blazer for my match for the holiday random. So you'll get to see that. There'll be another one tomorrow if you watch Full Metal Classic. You'll find me on Opening Night Trivia League, where I do host a show called Working Title, which is all about pitching a movie. It requires no trivia knowledge or any thought about a movie. All you have to do is I will give you some stuff, and then you bring a pitch to me. That will start hopefully the second week of January. There'll be some new stuff, hopefully some special guests on there this next year when that comes up. So if anyone is interested that is listening, please just hit me up, and I will get you on at some point. It's a lot of fun. Malcolm's done it before. He did a great job. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, and you can find me hosting Full Metal Classic tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern. Over on Full Metal, you can find me hosting the Full Metal Random Match. This week is going to drop on Christmas Day. You can find me on Take 3, hosting Late Night and Rankum. And got a few other things in the pipe. I've got another show that got in the pipeline for Tape 3 coming next year. But yeah, a lot of good things coming in 2021. Let's put 2020 in the rearview mirror, burn it, and kill it if you have to.
Burn it
But until next time, Merry Christmas and have a Happy New Year.